My name is Christina or Christina. I'm from Ukraine, from Kharkiv.
And how long have you been in the UK for?
3 years.
So you left Ukraine about a year after the full-scale invasion.
Yeah. Basically, I moved in summer 2022 after full-scale invasion.
What was it like being there from February 2022 to when you were able to leave?
You mean in Ukraine, when we stayed for 1 week in Kharkiv and we realized it was dangerous, and after we moved, my grandparents live in Lviv. It's very close to Poland border, and we moved to Lviv to grandparents where my family stay now. And after few months I realized not work, it's not job, and I need to support my family, and I moved to UK just to find job and support family and Ukrainian army.
Are you still in touch with family and friends back in Ukraine?
Sure.
What are they telling you about the situation?
Nothing changed. War is going on. Russia every single day attacked civil, attacked city, hospitals, schools, and basically it's worse, I think, and yeah.
They do seem to be targeting civilians in particular.
Yes.
What have family or friends said about that?
It's ridiculous. It's not normal to attack civilian people, and it's not normal. It's genocide for Ukraine.
What do you think of the way that the international community is supporting Ukraine?
I think it's not enough to support Ukraine, and I think every year, it's already 4 years full-scale invasion, and I think it's less and less support from European country, from America, and everyone, I think, just tired to support Ukraine. It's not okay, and we should stop. And I think we should stop, and European country definitely should help us to stop. If they don't help, it will be in European country in 1 year or 2 years.
And the US?
I think in the US with new president and new situations, very difficult situations with supporting Ukraine, and I think US now don't want to support Ukraine, and they think it's not US problem, it's problem for European country, but it's not true. What about Budapest Memorandum, and in 1991 was signed between Russia, USA, and I can't remember, but what about this? Why they don't support us now?
What do you think of the peace talks going on at the moment?
Everyone just talk about peace and about but I'm not sure it's happened. I'm not sure. I don't think, and I don't see any steps to this peace from Russia. First of all, Russia just talk about peace, but if we can see what they're doing in Ukraine, it's opposite. They bomb just every single day, and they don't want peace.
How do you see this being resolved?
How it will be resolved?
Yeah.
Just kill every single Russian in Ukrainian territory, and I don't see other options. I know it's not right, but I don't think we can have deal with Russia about peace. because it can be after like few years the war can start again.
Let me give you this commitment. The Ukraine Solidarity Campaign will continue to campaign and support the Ukrainian people in this struggle, and we stand with you in solidarity. Slava Ukraini!
My name's Bev and I'm from the Public and Commercial Services Union. I've come from Sheffield.
And why have you come along today?
I'm speaking at the demonstration today. I do believe it's really important that we show solidarity with Ukrainian workers, Ukrainian trade unionists. I've been to Kyiv twice on behalf of my union since the full-scale invasion. We were the first trade union in the UK to support the Ukraine Solidarity Campaign that is jointly running this. And I think it's really important that we make sure everybody's voices are heard, including those Ukrainian people that can't have their voices heard around no occupation and just peace is without any territory being taken.
What was the atmosphere like in Kyiv last time you were there?
It was about a year ago. It was just before the third anniversary, so it wasn't as bad as it was at the moment. We only had 2 or 3 nights in the bomb shelter. What I noticed was the resilience of the Ukrainian people, sitting all night in the bomb shelters in the metro centres underneath, having those drones across the skies and not getting any sleep and still getting up and going to work. But I do think there's a lot of work still to be done. I met with the 2 different types of trade unions over there and the International Labour Organisation around what they need to do to rebuild Ukraine afterwards in terms of workers' rights, in terms of women's rights, disability workers' rights. And so there's a lot of work to be done afterwards as well. But at the moment, obviously, the concentration is no occupation.
What do you think about the way the international community is or is not supporting Ukraine?
I think it's really hard, isn't it? Unfortunately, the same with any imperialistic wars, which this is the example. For example, Trump, all he wants is the minerals. He doesn't care about the Ukrainian people. He doesn't care about the land. He wants a deal so that he can make a profit from it. And I don't believe the Ukrainian soil should be for sale.
What do you think about the peace talks going on at the moment?
Again, there can be no peace talks without Ukrainian people being in those Ukrainian peace talks. But there can also be no peace without any occupation. It's not for me to say whether what peace looks like in Ukraine. It's for the Ukrainian people to have that self-determination and for them to decide what peace means for them.
Russian troops out! Russian troops out! Russian troops out! Russian troops out! Russian troops out!
My name is Max. I'm from Ukraine. Yeah, live here for 1 year here, live in London. I lived 1 year in Ukraine after almost 1 year in Ukraine after full-scale invasion. Then I moved to Cyprus and then moved here.
What was that first year after the Russian invasion like?
It was not good. It was scary. It was somehow I feel that the nation is uniting. Ukraine is uniting. Yeah, and we really felt that Ukraine can win, and hopefully it still can win. At least it can defend itself and save its to be independent truly from Russia.
I take it you're in touch with family and friends back in Ukraine. What are they saying?
I have a brother back in Ukraine. I have my parents back in Ukraine, and this. I want to say that this winter was very hard for them because sometimes there were no heat, no energy, so it was really cold inside. They feel very disappointed and devastated. They don't know how it ends. My parents, they are more of kind of Soviet Union people, and they just want this to stop no matter what. They're my younger friends and younger my brother, they still try to they still hope for the better. They still try to resist. Some of them go to army. Some of them just support with money or with what they can. Yeah, so basically that's it. Yeah.
What do you think of the support from the international community for Ukraine?
I believe it's actually, like, how to say, it's extremely good on the one hand, because like many countries are really supporting and sending money, sending weapons. Of course, Ukrainians would like to have like more support, I don't know, from standpoint of more weapons and to allow them to strike into Russian oil refactories and so on. But anyway, we are still very thankful for all that we have, because no one, like I understand that no one really force this international community to help Ukraine, but I believe that international community should help Ukraine, because like sometimes some people believe that it may be exaggeration, but probably Ukraine is now defending like the democratic Western free world. So it's not only in the interest of Ukraine itself, but in the interest of Western civilization. Yeah, maybe like that.
What do you think about the support from the United States that seems to have waxed and waned?
Yeah, it was better before. Now it seems that it's not that good as it was. I'm not sure about whether United States is still supplying any weapons. I'm not sure about that, so I don't know. But it feels like now it's less than it was like 2 years ago. So yeah, from United States, we hope for more support from United States, because they are like the major world power, and hopefully it should act as the world power that protects the free world. Now, like the last year, we're a little bit feel disappointed about the politics of Trump, because he tries to appease Putin, or I don't know what is his thoughts and what does he want to achieve, but it doesn't feel right.
What do you think of the peace talks going on at the moment?
I believe that unfortunately, they will not lead to anything, because there is, in fact, no room for negotiation, because Putin wants the whole Ukraine. All that he is talking about, this territorial, to give him the part of Donbass, it's just, it's false. He doesn't want only that. He wants the whole Ukraine, and it seems like these peace talks may last for like many years, and the war will not stop. And I don't know. It seems like some show without any real actual result, unfortunately.
How do you see this ending?
That's a very good question. I believe that most probably the war will go on. I think there may be two options. One, it's the war will go on like it's now, like more or less. Maybe it will be less, maybe it will be more, for another, I don't know, many years, until maybe Putin dies and something changes within Russia, and they will not be able anymore to continue this war. So this may be the first option, I guess. The second option, three options. Yeah, the second option, if Ukraine will be allowed to strike military bases, to strike oil factories within Russia, maybe Putin will understand that he cannot continue this war anymore, and he will stop, maybe. And third option, maybe it will get escalating, and it will be like some kind of third world war, because China is also a threat, I believe. And we don't know whether it will attack Taiwan or not. We don't know whether if Russia decide to attack Baltic countries, will the NATO even defend it? So this is the worst scenario, but I think it's also possible.
When we stand together, when we refuse to let our culture be erased, or children be stolen, or language be silenced, we transform endurance into victory. And today, here in this square, we prove that Ukraine is not alone.
Yeah, I would like to thank United Kingdom. I believe that it's actually probably it's one of the most supporting countries to Ukraine. So I feel very grateful that we can live here. We have visas for Ukrainians here, and so yeah, I'm grateful for United Kingdom. This is a good country.
Слава Україні!
Героям